Alrighty, welcome back. This is what I'm doing, and I can only tell you what I'm doing. I've been out here this morning. I've cut the back window out of the car out back there. What I need is a back window for the Mercury, or I think I need a back window for the Mercury to make myself happy. You can see I went out in the junkyard. I dug one out there, got a square one there. But I also went out there and cut the one out of the 47 Merc in the back. The window was about the only thing that I was looking at, the body that I was going to use. The trunk lid wasn't much, so I just threw it on the ground. But we're inside right now. We've got it cut out. I'm trying to tape up the window on both sides. That way there, any sparks or anything like that does not hit the window. And I do want to mess the window up because that's what I'm trying to use. So this is the piece that I cut out. When I cut the roof out, there was a package tray in the back. The package tray in the back had to be cut out, so it's a fair job to get it out, but just take your time. Cut the back out, cut the package tray, and I pulled this section of the window out. Right now I'm throwing some tape on it so I do not hurt anything. And I'll show you the reason why. I'm doing this here in a second. I'm just putting some tape on it. Tape is very expensive, but I'm thinking that the window's probably more expensive. That's what I'm thinking. So as I have that on there, I have to get rid of the rest of that package tray. I've got a new pair of glasses. Thank you, Jolene, for getting me a new pair of glasses. I appreciate very much. Jolene looks amazing today. Jolene always looks amazing. And I want to thank her for grabbing me some glasses because it's hard for me to work without any of these glasses. I did not weld the motor mounts in yet because I need a pair of glasses and I want to see what I'm doing. But basically, right now, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm thinking and why I'm trying to put a back window in it, why I'm trying to do that. I have a piece of round rod right here. I'd like a little smaller piece of round rod to show me, so I didn't have to damage anything. But as I'm looking at this, you can stay there, sweetheart. As I'm looking at this, if you stay back there, just come there and pointing at the back window. On the back window, you can see that the window from here is this high up here. It's about that thick. And then when you get down here, it's thinner. To me, that back window should have come out the same distance as the top. We're that thick there. We're just thin down there. So to me, that window's cutting down in there. Obviously I didn't notice it as I was putting this trim around here to hold the back window. I did not have any glass when I cut the roof off the car. I just cut the roof off it because I can. It's our car and I'll cry if I want to. You know what I mean? It's our party and I'll cry if I want to. But I cut the roof off without no glass. You should not do that. You should not do that. And the reason I did it is because I was just going to keep on going. I don't stop because I want to do something. I don't stop. I just keep going. And if I have to fix something, I will. This is, I guess, my fix. I went out and got a back window. It's fun to let the cars in the dooryard dictate where you're going. I could hunt around for a 4-door Mercury and try to get the smaller window. I've noticed that the 4-door Mercurys have the smaller back window. I probably could have placed one of them in there, cut it in a little bit, made a tray for it, got it in there. I could have sunk it in the back of there a little bit in the package tray and made it work. Have not got it. Not going to run anywhere and try to find it. I'd have to dig it out. I'd have to clean it up. I'd have all that sort of stuff. I have a back window right out there. I have a bunch of them actually. I had one on a Ford out there. I have a 40 Ford. I have the Packer there we just bought. I didn't want to cut any of the windows out of them ones. This one's the one I enjoyed the most. But basically, this is what I'm thinking. As I lay this round rod on there, on this roof, and I make the flow, you can see, for that to flow right to me, that needs to come way out there like that. As if I tried to do that, if I tried to make that go there, I'd have to bend that round rod to make that flow right. To me, that doesn't look right. It's okay. I mean, it works. As I look at it outside, it works. Yes, it does. But when you look at it at a certain way, it doesn't work for me. As I'm looking here, then I look down there. I want it to flow good. I want it to flow, no, I want it to flow excellent. So what I'm going to do is just take that ramrod. As I put that on there, I want to see that it touches here. And when it touches down here is the flow that we should have, is what I'm going for. So as I keep going like that, you can see how that's touching, that ramrod's touching the back of that roof. You watch right here. And where it touches there, wherever it touches down there is where I think the best flow is. So I'm thinking like that right there is quite nice. So that's why I'm saying, I haven't got a marker. I'm going to go get one. Wasn't quite ready yet. This sort of stuff is, you know, for me, is hard to, it's hard for me to, you know, get this all done in 1 hour. But I want to change the back window, I really do. And the reason because, I've just explained it, I like the flow. I want the flow to flow a little bit better. So I'm saying right about there somewhere. It's nice, nicer. So we're back on the package tray a little bit further. I'm gonna just check out this window. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clean the package tray off the back of this thing, off the window, and then I'm gonna lay it up there and see if I can even get the window on there. I don't even know if this is going to work yet, but it's worth a try, and I'm going to do it in front of your very eyes. I got some glasses on here. I put the tape on the window to protect it. If you want to go to Facebook, probably Jolene will show me cutting it out. That's what she'll do. She'll show me cutting it out, just to show you how I done it. And I just done it with a zip cut. Made a couple lines with some tape and went for it. You bring the grinders back in. Grinders are back in. Thank you, Jolene. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. So, I want a little more flow on the back. I had to send for some metal this morning. I was going to start up this morning at the engine bay. But we just received our metal, so after I got the window cut out, so I'm gonna continue on with this and show you exactly what I want or what I'm doing. I want to get that off. There. You see over there? That works a lot better when you plug it in. I got it taped on the front side, so we're good there. Got it taped on both sides. So, if you're chopping a car, the back glass is tempered. And what I mean by that is, if I hit it with a hammer, it would go, it would blow up. If I hit the front one with a hammer, it cracks and splinters because there's plastic in between, and it's holding the two pieces. It's called safety glass. So something hit it, I guess. Well, no, not a guess. It shatters. Yes, it does. But it does not blow up. On the back, if a rock come up and hit a back window, it will blow up. So generally, you cannot cut back glass. You can cut front glass, yes you can, but back glass you cannot. And that's the reason why you can, if you cut your car and you can't get your back window in, or you don't like your back window. For me, I didn't have any back glass because I just didn't have it. So now I'm at the point where I'm going to put a piece of tempered glass in out of a different car, and that's called customizing. And I am letting whatever's in the dooryard dictate what I'm doing. And I don't mind doing that sometimes because I have nothing else. And I don't really want to spend the time running around looking for something, spending a bunch of money when I don't even know it works. And I'm just going to go here. smoking a little bit. Yeah, it's all right. Alrighty, that's basically what I got going on. Just gonna take the air, blow this off. Measuring tape. I did not even measure it. I don't even know. I did not even measure it. 16, we'll say. We got enough room for 16. Ha! 16 takes me out a little further. See when I measure 16? I'm up there, I can lay that window in there and do a nice job welding that across there without even, without even hurting anything. But we're a half inch further. Let me see where I'm welding. What am I doing to 16? What am I doing here? Oh, that's the piece of metal that I have. Well, actually, we're a little shorter than 16. Cannot hurt the glass in the back because it's not staying. It's a piece of plexiglass that I've made. Cut these off. That's going to be a hard one. I don't even think that would work, to be honest with you. And the reason I'm saying that it's not going to work, this is the reason I'm saying it's not going to work. Well, shouldn't say that yet. Just wondering now that I have this window in there, once I lay that down, let's keep trying for a minute, see what happens. See what happens. This is what I feel like is going to happen. As I lay that window in there, this rubber here is going to lay on top of this package right here, and it's not going to allow me to. And I don't really want to go up inside the roof any further. I can, but it seems like a nice place to weld is right there. It just seems like a nice place. I've got a square one here. Let's check this bad boy out. Yeah, that's smaller, a lot smaller. There's a 10, so we. Ha 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 ha. Well, I got a big distance in here, and I'm going to cut that much off here. Try it, see what happens. That's all I'm going to do. Just keep trying it. I can't. And I will have this back window section for anything that I do. If it does not work, I'll have it already cut out, already prepared. Now, I want to look at this side to see if I'm going to cut this off. flip it over. Get my just gonna let it set down a little further. That's what's gonna happen. See, the deal is I have to be able to, you know, trim that out somehow. If the window's laying right hard down, oh, that's not bad. Not bad. Let's put it in the center of the car somehow here. I should find center. What I should do is I should find center. Baby, you tell me when it's center with your eye. Just shine the camera on it and tell me when it's center. Looks good, not bad. We're just, you know, we're not, when I would say center, I would just look for this little bit on this side and a little bit on the other side. Then we know sort of if it's center, right? We can measure with a tape. Yes, we can. It sort of looks like it's centered to me. Sort of, it does. Alrighty, that's not bad, you know. Let's keep, I want to take a look at from the side view. I don't mind the roof where it's at now. All right, this is what I'm going to do, because this is a very simple thing to weld a piece of metal on here, to come down to this. That's a very simple thing, to pattern to come around here to make that, you know, to put that window in there. But, and also, this is an easy thing on the back, is just describe that a little bit further on each side, describe it a little bit more, and then lay down a little bit further, right? If I scribe this here, just take a little more off that, a little more off that, then it lays right down in there. So this is what I'm going to do. Before I scribe that, let's scribe a little bit more. Let's do a little bit more. See the distance that we have in. See the distance that we have in here. That's the distance. I want to keep it all the way along. That's the distance right there. So I'm looking at that distance there, and I'm going to do all the way along. I'm just that distance there. I just guessed it. So we're a little 5/8, 3/4. So we're a little high there, but this is what I'm going to do. Watch this now. Piece of tape. Close to having that fitting. Looks pretty centered to me. Not bad, not bad. Tape's got me a little bewildered. I probably should try to find center. Three-quarter inch tape. Gonna run it right to the car, all the way along. See how I'm doing that? Just run it down to the car. Got 3/4 inch up there. what I'm thinking is, if I cut that tape off, that tape on the top of the line there, we should be fine. I want to bring this down a little bit. The marker. Not a bad line I drew the first time. Put a line there in case the tape falls off. Put a line on the other side. And all I'm trying to do is make this thing fit. Just trying to scribe it on the car. I have to cut. I just keep cutting the bottom off to see if I can get it down far enough to get this window to lay on this ledge is what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. Cut a little more off her. I think that's basically where it's supposed to be. Sometimes the cheaper discs do not last as long, but you have to go to the price too. You know, these could be a buck a piece or a little better than a buck a piece, and the real good ones are $5, $6 a piece, and you know you can play it any way you want to. But now, I want to know what I want to know. There's the top. I'd like to get the center of this bad boy. That's what I'd like to do. Let's get center. Tape measure right here. All right. I can see the edge there and the edge there. And there and there is 33. So that would be 15 would be 30. 16 would be 32. 16 and a half would be 33. I'll say close there anyways. This is what I'm going to do. That line. Stop it. See if we can get this here. There's my. Just trying to get that bubble up top here. Right there, see that bubble there? Trying to get that. I got the line down there. We're close. Just kind of plumbed it up, that's all. Plumbed it off that line. bubble right there means it's straight up and down. And I'm on that line right there, so it's close. Let's try to center this one on here. If you'll take and you want to go to the other side, just hold the tape measure. See this point, this body line right here? Just hold on the center of that, please. Please and thank you. Joey's got to help me. Just going to set on that body line, right? So 63, 30s. So we need 31 and a half. 60, what? A second. 63. 63, so it's 61 and a half. 31 and a half. Oh, we want to come out here further. There we say 31 and a half right there. Back up for a second. Just going to eye it up here. 31 and a half. Anytime you mark on a car with a marker, you must make sure that you get the marker off before you paint it. It'll come back through on you. Like black marker like that, mark on primer, you paint over top, it'll come back through on you. Yes, it will. So, I want to cut this on the top off because it's fitting so good down along the bottom. So, what I'm going to do here is, there's a hard cut right there, is when you have something round like that to square it up. It's kind of a, it is what it is. Let's lay it up on there first and see what happens. And remember, I'm using this is because this is what I have. This is what I have. Wow, that fits nice on there, eh? Got that scribed very nicely. Or I think we do. Gotta go over that way a little bit. What do you think? Well, we're not bad. We're on the line there now. Look, and you see that as I'm looking at this, look up the center of the hood. Take a line, take a look at the center of the hood. No, basically is what I'm going for. It's still not fitting. It's still not fitting. Still not fitting. Now, what's going to happen? Come take a look at this. Come take a look at this. See how I've got in there, underneath that window, I've got about an inch underneath that back of the window where it lays on that package tray. So I want to get that rubber in there. I want to do something, get that window back in. I got to have room to have that, put that back in there. That metal piece can lay on that package tray. Yes, it can. As I come over here, I'm going to pull it back further. Pulling it back further. Oh, we're getting closer. And we're getting closer. We're still an inch off there. That's good. That back window can still go in there. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. Just pulling it back. Puts my roof almost back where it was. The package tray's been shortened a whole bunch on this car. Made the roof really small, or smaller. And I'm going to have to decide which way I like it, because yes, I can. I can cut my own window out of Lexan, plexiglass, or whatever I want to and put it in there. Yes, I can. And you can too. Just trim a little bit more off. I can make that. And it's hard to tell with this not being done. So I'm going to draw a straight line off. I will probably, this is what I'll probably do. I'm going to actually end up cutting. It's a hard decision whether I'm doing the right thing, and I'll tell you why it's a hard decision. Because the roof looks good the way it is. To me, the roof looks good the way it is. It really does. But I'm just thinking of the back window. When I look at it this way, I'm thinking that it doesn't, it looks like it's tucked down. Like, it looks like it's closer than it should be. And yeah, it should be. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the top off. I'm going to go an inch above what we have. And I'm really going to see what it lies like. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to eye it up and go for it. Some small tape. See how close we are in the corner for shits and giggles. Shits and giggles. Corner to corner. We're 16. Corner to corner. Now see, now we're 14 and a half. Seventeen 3/4. It's hard. I'm off there quite a ways. Hard to tell. I see it now though. Haven't figured that out. This is what I'm going to do. Way crooked on that. Way crooked on that. There we go. Oh. And that's not straight going across there. That's got a to it. It'd be nice to lay it on there and then trace it. Alright, I'm kind of a little bit confused. Not confused. I just want to cut it straight, that's all, so I know. So I can tell if it's going to look right or not. Could be wasting my time. Yes, I could. Could be wasting my time. look at it this way. We're a little bit more on this side than we are that side. Ooh. Let's go up in there quite a ways. Ouch. I cannot cut it off there. This is what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to run a thick piece of tape on there because I need it all. And have a little more than I need. Cut this much off so we'll have something to play with. Grr. And I'm really going to have to try to straighten it out, you know. Doing it by eye, and why not? Why not? And the reason I say do it by eye is because when you look at it, that's what you're looking at it with your eye. If you're walking around measuring people's cars up, well, you probably shouldn't be. But that's how I look at cars. I look at them with my eye. Let's see what happens. I cut this off. And it might not be right yet. It might not be, but I think I got enough to allow for. And how I'm going to get it, you know, the best I can is I'll probably end up peeling the tape off, putting a piece of paper on it, getting the pattern of where we know where center is, getting a pattern of that side. Then what I do is I'll take the pattern, flip it over, and put it on this side, and then we'll have it both the same. But right now I'm just cutting it, trying to make it work. Come on. So what I'm saying is I'm going to have to put a piece of paper on that, get the pattern of one side to the center, then I'll pull the paper off and I'll match it up on this side, and that'll give me the same on both sides. That's what I'm hoping, or that's what it will. So I'll actually 3D print it right to the other side is what I'll do, and that means I'm tracing it. Kind of a laid back. I can come up quite a ways, I can. I don't even know if I like it, to be honest with you. Center. The window looks so big in the back. You know what I mean? The window's like this window here is so big compared to the front. You know what I mean? The front's... Don't know if I like it. I don't think I like it, to be honest with you. And the reason I say I don't think I like it is because it's so big compared, like, it's so big. But it's there. It can be cut and used on anything. Check this one out. It's how I roll, man. It's how I roll. It's how I roll. I'd take a nice piece of flat glass. Let's just chop it off and see what happens. It's got a smaller entrance. Yes, it does. Just want to take the nails out of it. This one will be much easier to center up. I told you how I do that one. I would take and pattern off one side, flip it over and put it on the other side. Just like how I cut. Yeah. I'm going to do it on the other side. Go along with this back piece. And it's hard to, it's hard to, it's easier this way. What I have to figure out is if I want to go higher than that. Tape measure again. Haven't used a tape measure so much in all my life. We're at that 16 point again. We have to tape around there. How big's the window? It's 10. How big's this window? Yeah, it's good. I'm going to go with it. A lot of the Carson tops that I've seen have a square window, a mailbox window in the back. Don't know. while. Laying some tape down, I am. This glass on the back could be cut very easily. And the reason I say it can be cut very easily is because it's flat and you get all the we're not center by no means. All the little I can see that this is going to be a very hard decision whether I do anything with it at all. And the reason being because that window looks good right now. And you know, it looks good. It doesn't look bad, but like I said, I'm at that point where now we have to cut the corners off that again. We have to do that trick again. It'll be easier to find center, it will be. Might be wasting my time. Might be wasting my time. I might be. Flat glass, that's why you see like 49, 50 Merc, anything with flat glass in it, the front windshield can be made. You make a pattern out of cardboard and you can cut it, yes you can. But when you come to this stuff that's got the curve on it, well then you've come to something different, and it is not flat. It's, you know, it's just, you just don't make it. You 20 center of 27. What's that, baby? What's center 27? 14 be 28, so 13 and a half. Huh? 13 and a half. 13 and a half center. Thirteen and a half. Center. I'm just going to put that back up there and try to put on the center mark. Get it close. And there's something now. Catching on that. When does that just pop off? Center yet? Oh, alrighty. Now I'm going to do this trick. Just going to scribe it to the... That gotta work. Baby, you tell me if I'm wasting my time, wouldn't you? What's that? Well, let's do this. She's basically right on. Just going to mark it in case the tape falls off. And I'm going to cut it, and it's going to come down past that a little bit. It is so. But we're going to see what's going to happen. And the two corner pieces can be rolled, obviously. You can roll that, make that. I just took my little protractor and put it in there, and it hit right on the line. Go on the other side. And it did the exact same thing. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it and lay it on there. Let's do it again. See what happens. It's a half a dozen one the other. And also, like I said, there's a 4-door Mercury window. Look, the back window looks like it would be close, but I haven't got it, so. Haven't got it. It looks pretty close there, you know, when you're looking across there. Gloves on. And I might even just make my own glass. I don't know. I don't know. It looks pretty good the way it is, don't it? Only doing what my brain told me to do. That's all I'm doing. Doing what my brain tells me to do. Tell you one thing, these grinder discs don't smell very good. Does that make sense? I'm gonna lay that on there like that. Exact same line. Almost ready to break out the plasma cutter. I'm almost ready. I'm almost ready. Believe me, I'm almost ready. Yeah. Wow. If I had the back window out, that don't lay in there bad, you know. It doesn't lay in there bad. If I took the back window out of that and laid that down, what's going on right at the present moment, the window that I have in it right now is holding this up. Yes, it is. It's holding that up. Once I put that in there, that would lay right down on there. Lay right down on there and give me exactly what I was wanting, is that to lay down to there. It goes on there like that. It would be a window from around here to there. Hello, Fina. I guess that's going to have to be a decision I'm going to make. That's going to have to be a decision I'm going to make. And if I take that back window out, hard to tell. And I'm not sure if I want to go through all the work to find out. And the window, it would be very easy. Not say very easy, but the window can be glued in this track. It's got a track there. You'd urethane that and push it in. There'd be nowhere it could go there. It would have to squat in place. I'm not sure. Alrighty, let's give way a hat or a shirt. Let's do it. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep messing with it. That one is not going to work. It's too big. Don't you like the window that's in it now? Better than what I have? It's hard to tell, isn't it? What time is it? Alrighty, so you watch me cut up 2 windows. What I'm the grinder just have got me plugged up. I'm going to mess with it. I'll probably take this plexiglass window out. I'm just going to take it out. I can screw it back in. I'm going to pop it out. lay this in, lay it in the best I can, make it fit the best I can. And we'll have to come back and see, because that's where I'm at right at the present moment. On the front glass, I'm going to have to try to find a piece of glass, use this as my pattern, and then cut it down. That's what I'm going to do on the front piece. That's what I hope to do on the front piece, is to cut it down from what I have right there. That is the pattern. I'd lay that on a piece of glass and then cut my piece of glass out from that. But on the back piece, I like the lay down better than we'll have to see. Let's give away a hat or a shirt. So that's what I'm doing. I'm using windows that are in the yard to cut things up. This is what I'm doing on the front here. On the front, I have to. I've got this pan here. I want to close this in. We had to order some metal, so we didn't go with that because we didn't have no metal when we got started. And the back window is something that's been on my mind. But right now, when you come back tomorrow, I'll probably be on this front pan. I'm going to try to start closing this stuff in how I want to do it. I know where the engine goes. It goes exact same place it was before. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to try to make a panel for the up top of here and customize it right in front of your eyes. We got a new sheet of metal going right there. I want to thank everybody for all the good comments and all the watching. I've been hanging around Jim for the last, couple days, playing with his car. We've been doing things around the house, keeping busy. But I have to thank everybody for watching. We appreciate it, all the comments. And yeah, it's been good. So right now, I'm filled up full of grinder dust. Wow. And what you can do to win a hat or a shirt on the next video, you can leave a comment whether you like the back window that's in it, whether you like the window that I'm going to put in it, whether you like the round window that I had in it, which I didn't think worked anyways. But you can do that if you want. That'll give you a comment. Things aren't going so good this morning, are they, baby? Huh? Everything's kind of a... Some days it goes like that. Some days you don't get much done other than looking and playing and trying to fit. Wow. Feels like I smoked a carton of cigarettes. 384 comments. We appreciate it. So on this video, if you want to try to win a hat or a shirt, you can comment on what we're doing, whether you like, whether you dislike. Basically, that's what we're doing. Glad to see it was a simple fix to wire the coil. Another fun episode. Thank you. Well, thanks very much for watching. And sometimes you might think it's fun in your brain, but sometimes it's not fun in our brain because you really want to fix it, You're on call when the camera's up. You want to fix it and you want to do the best job you can. But that's what we're about. We're about showing the reel. And the reel was, we did not get it firing the very first time. Jim worked at it a little bit, realized where the wires went, and he got fire to it. Now he's got a carburetor. We gave him an Edelbrock carburetor yesterday. He gave me a 2.4 barrel intake, and we did a little trading. He got a whatever, doesn't matter. But he's got a carburetor over there now, and I think it's going to work for him. I hope it's going to work for him. I hope he's working on it today, to be honest with you. And maybe he'll message us later on tonight saying, wow, I got that thing running. But until next time, have a good one, everybody. Just going to keep messing with that back window. I want to flow on that back window for some reason. I do. And the way it is right now, I like it. It looks good. Yeah, it looks good. And I could get away with what I have. But we'll see what happens. Come back tomorrow and we'll find out.